Hi, I'm Maria, and this is Spill the Sauce, a Sunday table podcast. If you grew up around the table where food was never just food, where conversations were loud, opinions were strong, and love showed up in 1,000 unspoken ways, you're in the right place. This podcast is like Sunday dinner. It's messy, it's funny, it's heartfelt. And honestly, è un po' pazzo. Here's what I mean. Growing up, the table wasn't just where we ate. It was where stories were told and retold, where arguments happened and somehow still ended in dessert, where grief sat quietly in an empty chair, where laughter interrupted everything, and where you learned who you were, whether you realized it or not. Spill the Sauce is a podcast about those moments, about Italian culture and Italian American life, but also about identity, memory, family dynamics, loss, humor, and becoming. Some episodes will make you laugh, and some will hit a little deeper than you expect. Some will feel like you just left a really good conversation and had to sit in your car for a minute before driving away. I'll talk about food, not recipes, but what food means. Why the sauce is memory. Why feeding people is how some of us say, I love you. Why certain traditions survive even when everything else changes. I'll talk about family, the beautiful parts and the complicated ones, the things we inherit without realizing it. The voices we still hear long after the table is cleared. I'll talk about culture, where it holds us, where it evolves, and where we sometimes argue about it a little too passionately. And sometimes I'll talk about the human stuff we don't always have neat language for, like grief, becoming, softness, loudness, the space between who we were and who we're still trying to become. Every once in a while, I'll spill a little sauce about storytelling itself, about why certain stories resonate, why memory matters, and why being human online and off matters more than algorithms. But this isn't a marketing podcast. Don't get it wrong. It's a people podcast. Think of it like this. You're not tuning in for advice. You're pulling up a chair. You're listening while you cook, or maybe while you drive, or while you sit in the quiet after everyone else has gone to bed. No pressure to agree with everything. No pressure to have it all figured out. Just conversation. Honest, lived in, and most importantly, real. If you've ever laughed too hard at the table, if you've ever felt deeply seen by a story that wasn't technically yours, if you've ever known that food, culture, and memory are tangled up in ways that are hard to explain, but easy to feel, Spill the Sauce is for you. New episodes begin this Sunday. I hope you'll listen. I hope you'll stay. And most of all, I hope you feel at home here. Pull up a chair. I saved you a seat.